and we do a done for you offer where we create ads for them.
Okay. So in the current situation, we're not gonna ask the B2B client, how do you feel about that? What is your pain currently? We build rapport. We know his journey, where he came from. What did you do before you worked here? What are the main objectives? What are your KPIs? What makes you excited within the company? What makes you excited to solve? He will give you the answer because he is going to. That's why you have to ask all the questions about the problems. He is going to give you all the answers, all the questions inside the call. You asked me for a call. I'm always here for you. So let's execute the most important things. Tell me, brother, what is your offer looks like?
So basically, it's a marketing agency, a creative agency, where we offer two package. Specifically, our ACPs are e-com brands that are doing they have roughly 30-40K at least in ad spend per month.
Yeah.
And also bigger, and they are searching obviously better creative output. Okay. And we do a done for you offer where we create ads for them. Okay. So all the creative part. Okay. Obviously, it's B2B. It's quite difficult to find like the one call closing in this case.
Most important thing, if we look at a DAS principle, we have a dominant, aloof, and a social client. Before you go deep in a conversation with this client, you need to know what type of client it is. Mostly like guys who are in e-com, doing like 100K a month and want to scale up with their marketing. They think they know everything, you know. So it's really important to please them, but also to guide. You're the expert. You are the marketing expert. What are you telling them? That you're in marketing for a couple of years, or are you just the suit?
So no, I'm not telling that. Also because the offer where I'm working with, they have a really good reputation in the market. So fortunately, we have a strong position when they enter in our call. And basically, I was checking the sales call that the founder is doing right now, but he doesn't have like a lot of sales experience. He knows everything, so he's really good in the technical part. So he goes like he do like 3 or 4 questions just to understand the ad spends, what's the creative system they have inside, how they work, and then he's switch immediately to the offer, and then they shoot some question, and he goes from there. Okay. There is not like a big structure. I would like to implement the structure that I know, but basically, obviously, I was more in the B2C space, and I need to fine tuning. How can I? It's a different approach, you know, in the B2B. Yeah. It's not like go on the emotional stuff and this type of
100%.
things.
So if I show you the Dutchman blueprint, like what I already also told you is that it doesn't matter what you're selling, like everything is the same. But also in B2B, it doesn't matter that much what you're selling. So if we look at the Dutchman blueprint, we set the tone. Say, hey, I'm Thomas. I'm working with this marketing agency for a couple of years. We do this, that, and that. I'm mostly the gatekeeper of the program. Why we're selecting people to work with. Why are you saying that? It's really important that the customer understands that there's a scarcity of intakes. So he will do his best to show you why you need to work with him. Okay. So in the current situation, we're not gonna ask the B2B client, how do you feel about that? What is your pain currently? And we go really we dive deep in the situation of the client. So we need to ask the client important questions about what is the revenue right now? What are the bottlenecks right now for the company? We need to make a really good scope. As the same as when you go to a doctor, doesn't matter if you're a consumer or a business, the doctor is going to ask you everything about your current situation. In the B2B, it's not about the current situation of the person, but it's about the current situation of the company, the bottlenecks and the problems he's facing. What are the main bottlenecks you figured when you're in this current situation, discovery phase?
Yeah, so basically the most of them, or they want more ads They want more diversity, more delivery. One is this. They want to find more winners. They don't have like a good structure to deliver a good quality and quantity of ads
Yeah.
per week, especially with the solo founders that they are doing everything by themselves. So there is a little bit easier, because if you are a solo founder, one day you can focus on the ads, and then the day after you are focusing on the logistic or the product or the customer. So you don't have a strong output that you can do consistently every week. Another bottleneck is that they see that the competitor is delivering more ads, they are testing more things, and is taking part of the
The market.
of the
That is a pain
the
point.
market.
That's a really
Yeah.
important pain point, and I want you also to dive deep on competitors, because of competitors, they might have a cost of inaction. So if they not taking action on buying and collabing with an agency or scaling up their brands or whatever, the competitors will do that, and eventually they will lose a lot of revenue, you know. So first of all, when we're in the discovery phase, we have the first part where we are in the current situation. So the current situation, the first thing you're asking the customer is like, what is the reason that you booked this call, right? So the frame, what is the reason that you booked this call? What is the reason that you want to work with XYZ company you're closing for? Then you know the reason that they're on the call. Then you frame the client. Okay, so the reason that you're on this call is because you currently have problems with recreating new creatives, finding new winners, blah, blah, blah. Okay, thank you very much. Hey, tell me a little bit more about your company. Then, so first we frame it. Then we want to dive deep in the company's situation. I want to know about the revenue they're doing. I want to know how many people they're working with. I want to know what brands they do. I want to know a little side story. How did you start this? Build some rapport, because it's so important that you connect with this client. Also tell the client that you was in e-commerce for a long time, that you understand the client. So that's how you build rapport. Yeah. So in this phase, it is data collecting, and building rapport. So we want to connect certain similarities as you as a person with this customer, because people only buy from people they like, right? So we know the current situation, we know his data, we know the company, we know what winners he had in the past, we know his journey. We want to know his journey, because if we know his journey, we know how to recreate the road to his success. If we don't know where he's coming from, we don't know which road he is walking. So we don't know which path we take, right? So data, we need to know data, build rapport. We want to know his journey. Then we want to know what are the main bottlenecks you're facing right now. So we want to know the pain, yeah. The main thing, the main priority in this stage, in the current situation, is also to find a lot of pain. The reason to buy, the reason to solve his current situation, to reach his desired situation, and prescribe the medicine that will solve the problem and will overlap and make a bridge between the current situation over the gap to the desired situation, right?
Okay, so building rapport with a founder is easier. Also because what I saw in this little experience, because they love to talk about their journey, the founder, you know. But let's say you are talking with I don't know, a marketing a CMO, or I don't know, just a guy that is working in the team there. What is your journey? I don't know. How can I approach
everyone
that?
has his journey. Also, the marketing agency
Yeah.
has KPIs and objectives within the company. What makes him excited? Which problems he wants to solve to become a better employee for the decision-making unit, for the owner, for the founder.
Okay.
So ask him questions like, so you're currently the marketing CMO at the company. What are your KPIs? What are your objectives? In what reality is the founder super happy with you as the CMO. How can I help you to evolve? How can I help you with accelerate in your position? Yeah, so we can make
Okay.
it
Yeah.
personal.
Another point, obviously, here you put a lot of sauce, and that's already a lot. But for example, the another point where I'm struggling with is try to understand how can I arrive to the dream situation, because obviously they are here. They are saying, yeah, because I want to have more winners. I want to earn more. Obviously, scale the brand. So how can I describe the desired situation? How can I bridge to that?
Yeah, so if we know the problem, if we know all the data, if we know we build report, we know his journey, where he came from, what did you do before you worked here, what are the main objectives, what are your KPIs, what makes you excited within the company, what makes you excited to solve, what are the problems, okay? So we have a destination where he has a problem, and he has a reality that he has a problem within the company which he needs to solve. Where are you responsible for? And then we can bridge to, okay, what happens if these problems are solved? How does the company look like? What are your goals within the company? What are the goals in the company? How does your situation looks like if all these problems are solved? Take me with you. What are the goals? Yeah, this is how you bridge to the desired situation for a B2B offer.
So it's really important to make it personal, as I
Always,
understood.
because people buy based on emotions. People will,
Yeah.
the CMO is not a decision making unit, maybe sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. But he also will be referring the message you had in the call more excited if you have a personal connection with it. Right? So he will be
Yeah.
more excited. Oh, I've talked with this guy, interesting, good offer. I think this will help. I think this is gonna solve our problems. Instead of he has no personal connection with you. Said, yeah, it was okay. They have some quiet, some good stuff. But let's check a little bit more further. That is the difference between a salesperson who builds rapport and a salesperson who doesn't. Okay.
And in terms, okay, this is for the CMO. In terms like a founder or a solopreneur that is crushing it and scaling, how can I enter the desired situation in that case in the same way?
Simple. You know his journey. You tell him, okay, you do some summarization. So he said, okay, wow, excited. I'm really excited about what you did in the past, and I'm looking. I really respect your journey. It's quite cool. Blah 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 blah. Become friends with him. Be nice to him, and tell him, okay, I'm really curious. When you started all this, what was your dream with your company? What is so important for you? Is it a piece of freedom? Is it do you want to automate the business? Do you have a certain goal for yourself, financial goal? Do you want to go reach your 1 million a month? Tell me, take me with you. It's you see, every sale is the same. We always use the Dutch Roof blueprint. It doesn't matter. You just say it on a different way. Bro, I get like fucking
Yeah.
goosebumps when I talk about sales.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know. Yeah, I understand. And okay, I got it. And based, for example, in the gap is another thing, because usually when I was doing the B2C, it was easier for me. Like, okay, you told me that you want to reach that and that. Uh, how do you feel? But why you are not still there? Usually, this was my changing the phrase that I used to change from the desired situation to the gap.
Mhm.
How can I frame it this in the B2B more like, yeah, to build the gap and arrive to the gap
Let
situation.
me convert the question. What do you think? What do you think you
Well,
should ask the B2B client to face his gap? What did you try to reach that goal? With who did you work? Why we are currently in this call and not a year ago or a few months ago? What really changed for you in the past weeks that I'm gonna call with me right now, that you want to decide to take action today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year? Why is it so important for you? Right? These questions
yeah,
we ask them personally on a B2C
yeah,
offer. It's also the same. So just ask them,
mm,
what did you try in the past? What is the reason you booked this call right now and not a year ago, or book this call right now and not next month? What is the urgency? And yeah, these are the most important things to show him the gap. And also,
yeah,
like, What will happen? That's also an important question in the gap. Okay, thank you very much sharing the current situation, the side situation. I have a clear view about where you're from and what you want to accomplish and what are your problems you're facing. But tell me, what will happen if you go through with this and try to make your own ads, try to find your own winners, working with bad marketing agencies? How much will it cost you mentally, financially? How will it look like in 1 year if you do nothing? Yeah, I will not reach the 200K. Okay. Do you believe we can help you to reach the 200K? Yes. Why do you think that we are like, there are a lot of marketing agencies, right? Why do you think that we are right fit for you? And if there are some lacks in our offer, in what we're doing, what you saw online or whatever, what are the things you think could be better or are more suitable for you as an entrepreneur? You see, every sale feels the same, brother.
It's the same. Yeah, man. I'm a bit overthinking sometimes on this, but at the end, it's
No
true.
worries.
If I
It's
could
good
say.
to confirm. You know, I'm 12 years of experience. I sold millions in B2B, so it's nice. That's why you're in the pack. That's why you're in the community. That's why you're my wolf. So you can do these calls and just check in and be sure if it's right.
Sure.
Yeah, I will also send you later the recording so you can map out a new script with questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Other
Sure.
things we can
Yeah.
check.
So I have a couple of questions here, especially in the closing phase. So the most of the time, they don't take action in the first call. They can be super excited, but usually it's really difficult to close it straight away. So what do you think, like, about follow-ups? Do you have like a structure? I don't know. How did you approach when you closed and when you were the marketing director in the B2B
Yeah.
space?
Yeah, 100%. So the most important thing is that after a call, like in B2B, you're not closing directly, right? But it's important
Yeah.
that you handle all the objections. If he says I want more information, then he doesn't see the value. He needs to think about it. He's going to ghost you. So ask him, what are you hoping to get out of this call or information that will solve your problem? And we don't have the budget, for example. That will be an objection. I don't have the money. I can't afford it. What did you try
This is
before?
not a typical objection
Pitch
usually.
him on the cost of inaction. But let's talk about the follow-up, okay? So the most important thing is today we have Fathom, so you can transcript the whole call. Take
Yeah.
the transcript of the call. You go to cloud. You create you take the transcript of the call, the link of the call. You put it in the AI trainer we created, and you ask the AI trainer create a document or create a text with thank you for this call. I'm really excited. I really have the feeling that we're the right match. I respect the fact that you have to discuss it. I discovered that this is your current situation. This is the problems you're facing. This is where you want to go to. This is the reason you didn't do it before. And here is the solution for your problem. Always when a customer said I have to think about it, I need to desist with a DMU, whatever. Always book a follow-up call because you keep the control by yourself. Then the first message I just mentioned on the button, you say I'm really excited I'm going to work out a tailor-made roadmap to really execute your problems and make sure you're not losing money anymore. I will see you on Friday. Are you also excited? Question mark. Yeah,
And this is straight away after the call.
straight away,
Immediately after
directly,
the call, like
within 5 minutes.
direct.
Okay. Between, for example, if it takes 3 days for the next call, send him personal messages about value. Send him a video of the owner of the company where you explain about getting winners. Send him a video about problems he already can solve. Send him so much value that he almost can solve his problems already before he's gonna work with you guys, because he thinks like, holy shit, they are sharing this already. I didn't pay anything. I need more of this shit. It's like crack to them. You know, always when you're in the follow-up stage, always share value, and they will come back. That is the way.
Yeah, in fact, I was talking with a founder a couple of days ago, and we were talking about collateral that we can use for the follow-ups. So if I can give him some suggestion on create some content specifically for the follow-ups, if I can give him like any tips or something, what should I look specifically? Like typical objections,
Depends on
the
like
typical. So
uh,
okay,
just take the whole transcription of the call, put it in our Wolfpack AI trainer, and tell him, okay, I'm
yeah,
in follow up stage right now. What are the main things he thinks? The main things he mentioned in the call, which I can add some value, and then they will give you
okay,
a few things. Share him a video about getting winners. Share him a video about running his ads. Share him a video about construct his team. What a video about managing his
sure,
team. Whatever, like this. He will give you the answer because he is going to. That's why you have to ask all the questions about the problems. He is going to give you all the answers, all the questions inside the call. So afterwards, you share him value based on that. Even, bro, you can ask the AI trainer to build documents from straight from of the internet, and you just send him documents.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm looking forward to it. And another one that I can implement is before the call. Do you think that sending values before the call is something good, or can kill like a bit
Keep it,
the
keep it like really. Don't be eager. Don't be too hungry before a call. You think so? This guy really want to sell me. Just send a video like, "Hey, I'm Thomas. I'm the account executive here. I'm going to check everything. I want you to really think with yourself. What situation are you right now? Where you want to grow to, and what did you did in the past, and most important, what do you need right now? What do you think? Think about that because I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. Why we're not working with everyone? We're really picky about the type of clients we're working with because we want a 100% success rate. So be sure I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. Otherwise, we don't have a good outcome. So I will see you tomorrow 5 p.m.
okay.
Excited are you too? If you have questions, just let me know before the call. Boom. Yeah?
Yeah, that's great.
All right, bro.
That's great. Fucking pump now.
Let's go, bro. Let's go some views, motherfucker. All right, I think I
Yeah,
showed a lot
yeah,
of fucking value here. Bro, if there is something, record some calls, shoot them over. But also, you can take the transcription of this call, put it in the AI trainer, and ask him some questions. That's the new way.
yeah.